should get started about now. Should quickly. Should I quick change or something? Unless we're just missing one. Just one Aston Martin. Alright, so it's sprint weekend. So the way it works is we do one shot quali and followed by a sprint race, which is I think 25%. 18 laps is the sprint, followed by 50% race. And the way the grid gets determined is by how you finish in the sprint. So the way you finish in the sprint sets you up for the Grand Prix after. So it's a lot of excitement to get underway pretty soon. But what's really nice is that in the new game they added, a sprint format, so we should look forward for that too. So, which releases I think tomorrow, so that's exciting. But it looks like it'll be a wet for quali. Wonder if it's gonna be wet for the race as well. Wish you could pull up the weather as a spectator, but I guess you can't. So yeah, we'll look to see who has the fastest today. That'd be very interesting if we do have a wet race for the sprint. Weather indeed changes everything, so see. Just get ready. So the only thing I don't really like about these, but we'll go on board Gary with his lap as we see everyone just jumping around. That's the only thing I don't like, is that the whole grid just shakes up during this, which is really hard to follow with per runs and stuff. But Gary, did he invalidate right there? Yeah, he did. So he's gonna be down. Pop retired. So is Mertman. So that's a Kermit also invalidated. Spunk, goes very wide. Somehow didn't invalidate it. Man, this moves so slow. But with Diego's championship contender currently sitting second in the standings, looking to potentially gain the lead once again today with Gary invalidated his lap. So Diego, how will he finish out his lap? He's on the intermediate, as fast as sector 2. So yeah, everyone on the intermediate it is. But as of right now, Bullet is currently leading it. But Diego sneaks up on top and does grab that pole position for the sprint. 125.8, followed by Bullet on the front row. It's nice to see Bullet up in the front row here in Mexico. I'll round out top 10 once we get the list back up. But yeah, a lot of invalid laps only up to P8 valid lap time. But Diego grabs pole for the sprint race, followed by Bullet on the front row. JJ in the McLaren goes on the second row in P3 with Barack Obama. Matt Attack making his debut. Spunk in P6 with in the Ferrari. Atmos somehow set a valid lap. He did have a strong race yesterday in Tier 2, so that might even follow along. Blix back here sitting P8. Viper P9 with the first one to be invalidated. So yeah, that's more than half the grid. Not even able to set a valid, but it looks like it'll be clear skies for the sprint. So it's a lot of good time, good time for some people that maybe did not set a lap that they wanted to come back here, make some recovery, and get a good start or a good finishing place for this Grand Prix later. So yeah, it's Gary starting in the back for this sprint race. So if you guys don't know points, how they work in this sprint, the winner gets 8, and then obviously it goes all the way down to P8 gets 1 point. So that's how the points work. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever. But yeah, we're just seconds away from starting a sprint race. So, already have Matt Attack and Amos already disqualified from the session. Just on a practice start. That shouldn't really matter though. So it's Diego on the softs. Bullet, JJ, and Brock and Matt are also on the mediums. Spunk, Blix, Viper, and Solaire on the top 10 are on the softs. I think people getting disqualified already. So a few medium runners, so they're looking to be relatively quick towards the end. We're going P12 on the mediums as well. Kermit and Mertman looking to stretch those mediums out and be quite quicker towards the end. It's actually not Pop is last, followed by DCNT, Mertman, and Gary, the championship leader. P16 to start the sprint. So see how much ground he can make up. So if Diego stays where he's at, just alone in the sprint, could potentially take lead of the championship. But anything could happen. We'll see what happens as we're getting close to finishing up the formation lap, ready to go green pretty soon. All right. Oh, please don't lobby glitch, please. Alright, we have 18 laps ahead of us. Round 9 sprint race in Mexico. It's lights out and away we go. As the two front row starters get away pretty well. Diego gets a better start, but he's already side to side next to JJ looking for a move. Down to turn 1 we go. Oh, there's many chaos going behind. That's an AlphaTauri McLaren. That's solely Viper and Amos already out. That's not a good start to the weekend. But it's Diego up ahead, a safety car on the very first turn. That's a safety car. Chaos started once again. Bullet loses the position down to P3, but still mad chaos just happened as we were going down to turn 1. Looks like Atmos might have taken him out. I just saw huge collisions happen. Not sure what really happened. But we didn't even make it past turn 1. We were just about to make it to turn 1. Then that's when that chaos happened. But that's going to cause the first safety car of the day. Man. This is pretty chaos. So I'm gonna make a change real quick. Okay, let's look how positions turned out to be. It's already the penalty from Spunk. Could have been speeding the pit lane maybe. Yeah, like I said, Bollier lost the position, so he's currently P3. We've gone up to P7 after those position changes out there. Coming into the points now. So that should be pretty cool. Gary had to go into the pits. I wonder if that was potentially damage related, or is he taking advantage of the safety car? I think he was on the mediums, I think. But Pop goes on the hards. I'm not sure if I quite don't remember if Gary was on the soft, so I don't know. But hopefully we can go green at this end of the lap, because I want to see some actual racing. We only saw it really at the start. Then chaos happened right behind all these people. It was I think it was more in the middle of the pack. That's where it kind of happened. But looking to go green potentially. Can we? I think there's probably gonna be one more lap. Yeah, it's gonna be about one more lap. So yeah, that we have lost Sully, Viper, and Atmos so far after that collision. The very first lap, first turn actually. I think they were just going straight and they just took them out. So that was pretty chaotic, I'd say. It looks like open lobbies, if I'm being honest. But we'll see what happens. There was mad chaos yesterday in Tier 2. We had kind of a mad delay with lobby glitching and I don't know. Many things happened. We'll just move on from that and whatever. So the only soft runners as of right now is Efranzo, Joel, Solaire, Blix, and Diego. So how many people took advantage of the safety car? Because it was quite early, so I think when people want to, especially people on softs, maybe want to extend it a little bit more. So yeah, no official word of what happened yet. Any talk about it on the first lap collision. So we'll see. Yeah, race control decides this time around, and safety car will be in this lap. So we'll see. Coming along into this lap, going into lap 4. So let's see if Diego can catch him off guard. And let's see if Bullet can take back his P2 after locking out the front during the one-shot quali. But we're getting closer and closer to see when Diego decides to go. And it looks like he'll be off just about now. So we're back green. Hopefully there's no chaos behind her. Blix is quite a many. Oh, he spun around. That'll drop him into dead last. Glad gonna lose position, but a big fight going up and over there. in front of him. DCNT looking to move. No, he won't. He'll stay behind. But it's Diego ahead. Spunk has to take the escape route, I would say. And Joel has gone around. That drops basically 3 people that were in the points. Now out of the points. Obviously, only top 8 get points here for the sprint race. But yeah, Diego able to start stretching his lead out. 1.5. It's now the gap. It's slowly increasing. So Bullet is looking to take back P2. So we'll see when these people start to come in. I'm assuming Diego wants to extend his lead so he can be safe from his championship contender currently sitting P11. At attack. Looking for Gus Lair. Too far back, but no DRS just yet. We should get it relatively soon, a couple laps. But Bullet looking at Slipstream here in Mexico is very strong here. Also a good setup. It's also part of a reason you can get. But Barack Obama looking to join into the action. Bullet look for a quite move, but really can't make anything happen. Spunk goes in the pits. Could be damage related after having to go off track. But Bullet is very close now to the rear end of JJ. Will he look for a move? He's trying to go around the outside. Yes, he will get ahead of the McLaren of JJ. JJ taps Bullet just a slight bit, pushes him offline. JJ looking to go. He's going to give it somewhat gap back. Barack Obama looked for a move. Just not close enough. JJ almost slipping out of the podium here. The sprint. Let's see if Brock can put a move on JJ. He'll stick back behind. He would wait for the long slipstream, but can JJ get slipstream on a Bullet though? That's the question. Coming down to this very long straight we go. DRS is now enabled. That's Mertman going around the outside of Lugladin. Into P10 he goes. What a move that was. But it's Barack Obama looking for a move on JJ. Won't get DRS here, but he will potentially get DRS coming up in this other straight we got coming up right there. But it's JJ stays quite a bit ahead right now. So he's able to stick P3 at the moment. No flex protect those for quite a bit. DCNT looking for a move on Joel. He does make a stick. Nice move from the Mercedes driver of DCNT. His teammate currently sitting P1. Gap is 5.1 seconds right now, running on a soft tire compound. Those softs are starting to wear off quite a bit. But most of this field is also trying to get into this action. The fight for P3 right now. JJ back behind Bullet by 1.6 seconds is the gap. Bad attack get the 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. So DRS here, but not enough for Rock to make a move on JJ. But Soler almost made a move there also, but decides to hold back just quite a bit more. Joel gets ahead of DCNT, who Joel has a time penalty now. So down this straight we go. DRS is now enabled and using it. Barack Obama is going to choose the outside line. Going to go past. JJ's actually going to lose 2 positions here. He's also going to get ahead of Soler. So this DRS train is now in effect, I'd say now. What sucks now is that JJ has no DRS right now. So he's going to have to use that battery. But Soler looking for a move. Can't really find anything on Brock. So Mertman coming into the pits also as Blitz coming in as well. Close battles everywhere on for points right now. Gary up to P8 now, has 1 point in the sprint. Any point matters right now for Gary in his championship fight. He's looking the game, but it's a DRS train, so that's going to affect it very much. Soler looked for a move potentially, but there was not enough straight there. But slowly but surely, they're catching up to Bullet. Also on the mediums, but Soler is on the softs. So his soft tire compound should be wearing out just quite a bit, but he will get DRS here on Barack Obama. Let's see if he can make a potential move into turn 1. So using that slipstream with the DRS, he's going on the outside line. He will get ahead of Brock. Yeah, he'll stick it for P3. Joel goes ahead of DCNT back in P11. So now Soler actually caught up to Bullet. So that DRS train and them using DRS is very effective, I'd say. DCNT earns a time penalty of 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Franz are very close to the rear end of JJ. JJ losing many positions in just a matter of 5 laps. Ever since we've been green, things have falling off a cliff for him so far. Oh, is that... that was Gary looking for a move on Matt Attack, but enough space for him to make a move. A lot of people backing out of that turn very early. Trying to wait for this long straight, trying to be strategic here in the sprint race. Franz are very close now. Will he make a move? But JJ also has DRS, so that makes it even harder. Brock is looking for a move on Soler. Soler is going to defend very well there. Not enough for Soler to get DRS just yet. Oh, he gets swirly on the exit. DRS for Barack Obama. He will get ahead of him. He surely will. But Soler's going to not battle that. So he's going to be back in P4. But up to P3 goes Brock. Nearly wheel to wheel there, but Soler just has to back out of that one. So yeah, it's very close between P3 all the way to P8. That's Gary getting ahead of Matt. Gladden gets ahead. DCNT. So the gap to Diego is 10.3 seconds. The Brock's gap to Bullet is 1.5 seconds. They were, I think at one point it was like 2 or 3 seconds, but it quickly went away with this DRS train. But that it looks like it's Bullet going into the pits. So Larry had DRS, but he's 900s off. They're looking for a move on his teammate. Yeah, they're gonna let him pass. Franz is going for team orders there by Alpine. Gonna let his teammate Gary by before Gary goes. Soler and Diego have yet to pit, so that means Bullet is going for the undercut here. Soler was pretty close there, but not enough room. Attack trying to stay along with these runners up there as the Gladden gets ahead of DCNT. Once again up to P9, just 1 place short. Pop is on the hard, so he should finish this race on that hard compound. Unless he hasn't pit. I believe he did pit earlier. Looks like a time penalty of 3 seconds for multiple warnings. So any pits, Brock goes in, Soler goes in. Gary doesn't, so doesn't Franzo, so they stay out. Soler and Obama go in. So that jumps Matt Attack at the P4. The Gladden also goes in as well. So yeah, this rounds of pit stops starting to happen quite now. Bullet up to P8 currently with yet up ahead yet to pit besides Pop. And DCNT is also running up in P7 with the time penalty, I believe. So we'll see if Diego decides to come into the pits for mediums. Very extended those softs, so as Joel and Franzo extended those soft tires. But he decided to go in. Alright, he'll stay out. Yeah, so Diego, Alfonso, Matt Attack, and Joel have yet to pit. So yeah, Pop running up to P6 right now. On the hards, I should say. So we'll see how his pace compares to the others. But Ferranzo's going to come in. That attack will follow him as well. Bullet goes ahead of DCNT on brand new softs. It is for Bullet. Oh, it's a wing change actually for Mad Attack. Does he have more pace to show? So the two championship rivals currently sitting P1 and P2. Gary pitted earlier, so he can actually potentially finish with these tires. But will he be quick enough to compete with Diego coming in soon for hard or for mediums? I should say that would be kind of dumb if he went for hards over there. So Gary's potential early pit stop when the safety car came out on lap 1 could come into factor here as Diego is not gonna come out come in for a new set of tires just yet. He'll stay out. Gap is currently 15.1 seconds. DCNT getting under pressured by Barack Obama. Barack Obama has DRS. He'll go to the inside line here, and he will be ahead of DCNT up to P5. Ferranzo goes ahead. Kermit was kind of pushed off track. We'll see what happens on this straight coming up pretty soon. There's a little bit of a mini DRS train going on right here. Anyone close enough to make a potential move? Kermit is far back. DCNT is also too far back on Brock. That attack goes ahead of Joel. Back up to Diego now. He's in the third sector. Let's see if he will come into the pits this lap. Hopefully. We'll see. He's thinking about it, but nope, he won't just yet. He's actually relatively keeping the pace up, actually, on 13-lap-old softs. Surprisingly, but it's working out for him. But JJ in DRS range of Solaire now. Also behind him is Ferranzo trying to catch up to them. Brock less than a second behind Bullet now. Pop up to P3. Up ahead of both of these drivers. Fighting for P4 currently. You can see him in the distance. Brock has DRS now, but he's looking to reel him in. Potentially make a move on the next DRS straight coming up. That attack goes fastest. 115.8 currently. Solaire up ahead of DCNT. Under pressure now. There's DCNT from JJ up potentially. Stay as ordered. Solaire kind of got wiggle for that exit. JJ looking for a move on DCNT. Inside line he takes, and JJ will be ahead. Rock very close to Bullet. Less than half a second now. It's the gap. Diego now decides to come in on lap 14. Going into 15 we go, so let's see how this stop is for it. It's a quite clean stop for this Mercedes crew. Let's see where Gary is going to come out. He will be ahead. And he will be ahead as he was just exiting the pit lane. Let's see where the gap is. It's about 4.5 as he gets up to speed. Rock has DRS on Bullet. Will he make a move here? Using all of his battery charge on the 0. But he's going to take the inside. He's going to cut him off quite aggressively. But Brock sneaks up ahead of Bullet into P4. He goes. Quite shortly, they might be in range of not pop on the hard tire. see how that plays around. Solaire. Looking for move on JJ. Nah, he's too far back. Kermit. Too far back around from Esperanza. Yeah, decent teachers there. But right now it's fight for the sprint win. Gary with 12 lap old mediums. With just only 3 laps to go. Gap is 3 seconds right now. So Diego with most of his ERS yet to use. We'll see. His pace is very strong today, so just see how close he gets to Gary potentially and make a move. Well, very close to Brock, as Brock is also very close to Pop Blue Wiggle there, trying to guess where Brock is trying to go to fight for a podium right now in the sprint race. Brock and Bullet are getting very quickly on Pop. Brock is too. Oh, whoa! Bullet nearly rear ends Brock, but we're able to just maintain it right now. Oh, is that Gary has a 3-second penalty actually? Alright, Gary has a 3-second penalty. I did not see that. Was that just earned or did I miss it earlier? Not sure. So all Diego has to do is to collect this sprint win. Just get under 2 seconds. But Joel is out of this race. And there you see him collided with the wall there. Sector 2, so that'll be yellows. Too late for a potential safety car, so that will rule safety cars out. So, with the entire field slow down just a bit. I think it's just yellow sector 2, so they should clean out right up, and then we'll be back green everywhere. So it wasn't a VSC or nothing, so we're good. But gap 2 seconds right now. Gary has 3-second penalty, so he will lose out if he can somehow gain almost a whole second. Kermit jumps ahead. Oh no, he did lose position, I think. Yeah, I think he lost position to Ferranzo, or maybe he was looking for a move. Saw something go on there, but Solaire has DRS on JJ. He's gonna look for the inside, but backs up very, very late. Not Pop somehow able to maintain that P3 right now. He's very under pressure from these two, Brock and Bullet. Bullet, after starting on the front row, is currently P5, looking to make a double overtake on these P2 runners up ahead of him to get on this podium. Gap is now 1 second to the leaders. See if Diego is still trying to make a move to finish ahead of him on track to show his pace. Gary relatively has been quite solid, moving his way up the field through those pit stops. Gary goes very wide there now. It's a perfect for Diego to finish ahead of him on track, even though he still will win the sprint. He's going to go on the inside. Gary looking to defending very well indeed. He goes for a switchback. Diego, can he complete this switchback? Wheel to wheel. Ooh. This is some good racing we're seeing here, folks. Beautiful. But it is Gary ahead. Oh, there's a switchback. Diego goes ahead of Gary on track. Wow, what a move by Diego that was. What a switchback. 2 switchbacks in 1 sector. What good racing this was by these two, the championship rivals. But on the final lap, Diego goes ahead, and if he's able to stick this, he will win here in Mexico for the sprint race, and you start on pole position in the Grand Prix later. Not Pop. It's under pressure from Bullet. Bullet goes ahead of Brock actually. Bullet trying to make for a move. Will he dive at the inside? No, he won't. He will be very close, but not enough. But that is enough for Pop to collect the podium here in the sprint race, followed by Bullet, able to make a move around Brock, who will start P5. JJ will start P6. P7 goes to Kermit. The P8 actually, they had penalties. Soler jumps into P7, Kermit P8. That rounds out the points for the sprint race. But starting P9, Alonso and Spunk rounds out the top 10. So yeah, what a last lap battle that was. What a move. Oh, as Blix just spun it around. So he would finish P15, I think. So that would do it for the sprint race. Yeah, a very impressive job from Pop to be able to even stay ahead of the I think it was 4 or 5. He stays on the podium though. Well earned podium from Pop, being able to extend those hard tires. But it's Diego on top after making 2 switchback moves. Great racing by these two. We've seen all season long. Challenging each other, pushing each other to the limits. So that would do it for the sprint race in Mexico. So on screen here is how we will start this Grand Prix. Well, so yeah, well, this is how we start. Go down, wait to see other people. So yeah, on screen is how we're gonna start. What a sprint race this was. Full of action. We had a safety car in first lap, but that did not really impact much in terms of I should say, yeah, in terms of like strategies. Some people did take advantage of it, but yeah, it should be an exciting what's it called, main race with many moves being made earlier with the help of the DRS. So we should see that coming up pretty soon. Yeah, but that was a great comeback from Gary. Starting almost nearly at the back of the grid for the sprint, able to come home P2. Very crucial for him in terms of for the championship. Yeah, strategy call by Pop though. Going on the hards. So we're just we have 36 laps here, 50% race. The main race here we're looking forward towards. Yes, Soler is very excited to go ahead. Yeah, we're just setting out the grid. Hopefully we don't get many safety cars either. I don't want it so much chaos. We only saw one, but it was on the very first lap. So, yeah. Currently in the standings right now. So yeah, Gary leading the championship with 148 points. Diego on second, 146. But with them two finishing 1-2, Diego finishing first, that should give 8 points to Diego and 7 to Gary. I believe that's on. Yeah, it is. I suck on math, to be honest. So as the live standings right now, Gary would be at 155. And, oh my, Diego at 154. So, 1 point lead for Gary at the moment. That's live standings after the sprint race. So it's a 1 point lead for Gary into this round 9. Starting P2 is Gary and Diego. P1. So that should be quite exciting. So we're just waiting out for the grid to be set, and we should be going pretty soon. Yeah, next round. It's gonna be at Abu Dhabi. Still on the F1 21 game, so not 22. That'll be the finale. That should be an exciting one. So we'll see what happens though here. Obviously Mexico, Diego looking to collect the win here at his home race. So yeah, we're giving the go to start. So actually Mertman came out with the fastest lap. Or no, Mertman, his teammate, I think. Yeah, Mad Attack with the fastest lap, 1:15.8 in this sprint. We only lost 4 in that, so actually, yeah. Yeah, we lost 4 drivers in the sprint, but they'll get redemption coming up. So yeah, we're just moments away. As we're just waiting for some people to, I think it's connection, I think. So I think that some people have. Oh, it's gonna be a wet one. It's a wet race indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. We might have to restart. Some people got kicked. Yeah, some people got kicked, so we might have to restart. So maybe they might be not in the wet, because I don't know. Such is maybe wet too dry. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Some people got disconnected, so that could trigger a restart here. But if we do go ahead and start like this, what I'm getting, it might be wet to dry. Yeah, I think we might have to restart. Some people lost connection, but some people want rain though. That definitely would shake things up, I'd say. But everyone on the intermediates, it is. So we'll see how that goes. But on the screen right now is how we are set for this race. Not sure if we're starting just yet. It's currently sparkling up in the air, I know. So it's Diego on pole right now, followed by Gary's championship rival Pop P3, Bullet P4, Brock P5, JJ P6, F1 P7, Solaire P8, Kermit up in P9, Spunk rounds out the top 10. So yeah, Mertman, Mad Attack, Luke Glodden, Blix, Sully Viper, and Atmos round up this grid. We have 17 out of 20. Some people end up leaving. So that's a strategy right now. Huh. We'll see if it goes to wet to dry. Yeah, we'll see. So hopefully we can start getting his connections back, because definitely want people to miss out. Yeah, let's see how they can race here in the wet. Some people love the rain, some people don't. But yeah, so no new lobby as of right now. So we should be able to go on the green here. Just waiting for lights to be out. As he's just starting, I think Diego got kicked. Oh no, this is not good for Diego. This is not good for Diego here. Oh, it's gonna be a restart actually. Yeah, this is a restart. But I mean, if we were starting 30 laps ahead of us, oh my God, lights out, away we go. As everyone just spins out, but we're restarting, so it's fine. Alright, it's time for mad chaos to happen. Alright, so yeah, that we're restarting. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna have to restart because of connection issues. So apparently the word is because people don't have setups. Oh no, it's because the game kicked many people. Yeah. So we're restarting due to people being kicked at the start. So we'll see if it can. People are voting to be wet, so we'll see what happens. I just don't want a big delay like Tier 2 had. We had a huge delay. Yesterday, so we don't want that. So we're just waiting for the lobby to be set up and all that. Hopefully it goes relatively quick so we can get this 50 laps, or not 50 laps, 50% race over with. See if the lobby's open now. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I did 36 laps. I don't know why I had 50 laps, man. I'm thinking of 50%. I mean, now that we have a mini break while we're just waiting for things to get set up, we have Silverstone in real life F1 this weekend. So, what are you guys' predictions for this weekend actually? Will Verstappen make his redemption and win again? Continue his dominance? Or someone else pop up? Maybe Ferrari. They don't have those engine failures, and you can see them potentially making an impact. But I think Carlos has to be kind of scared because it's gravel there. I think in the Silverstone, I believe some locations there is gravel, so maybe you can see him being stuck there. It should be an exciting weekend. Heard about 400,000 fans are supposed to be attending. Supposed to break an ultimate record at Silverstone. I think last year there was a big crowd in Silverstone, like 390-ish came out, but I think it's probably gonna be over 400,000 to be honest. I think they're like fully open now, so it's gonna promote that. No. So we'll see what happens. It's just getting close to this on the way, hopefully. So we should. It's gonna be a home race for Lewis, home race for George and Lando, I think. In terms of this race, though, and CSRL, it's round 9, like I said earlier, and in the title. So yeah, we're just heading in the grits, so we should be relatively close to starting. I would imagine if we could have a choice to add snow to the F1 game. How insane would that be? So many people want wet, actually. So we'll see what decides to happen. So I think we're still missing some. We're missing both Mercedes, actually. Oh well. Diego's actually setting up the lobby. DCNT is not here. And the Haas is not there. We're missing. Oh, and Alfa Romeo. I wonder who we're missing. It's also a huge delay too if, you know, this happens, so maybe people try not to race. The fact that it's getting too late. For some people, especially on the East Coast. So the Lions and the Haas actually. So now just missing one Mercedes and one Haas and one Alfa Romeo. But I think we even started the sprint race with 17. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go to start. We're readying up and we should get underway pretty soon. So we'll see what the weather is gonna be. See what he set it to actually. And it's gonna be wet. So wishes are granted. Oh it does, it shows rain right there. Ugh. It's at 36 laps. So I wonder if we're gonna go wet, dry. We'll see. So, want to get ready to go. So I think it might be a wet race the whole time. So we have to restart due to people getting kicked. So hopefully we don't have that problem once again. So I think Gary, I think, was one of them that was missing. So Gary has decided not to race, I guess. So championship slipping out of his hands. Hopefully that doesn't cause any glitch. And potentially another restart, because that would suck. Because we definitely don't want to keep you guys waiting. So it's actually going to be a front row start for Pop. How can he transform that? Can he potentially sneak up to first? Huh. Brock just slams the inside wall. So you have 16 on the grid. So Diego on pole after winning the sprint. Pop is going to start front row, followed by Bullet, Brock, JJ, Efronzo, Soler, Kermit, and Spunk and Mertman route at the top 10. Outside the top 10, Matt, Attack, Luke Loudon, Blix, Sully, Viper, and Atmos. Saw a collision between Sully, Viper, and Atmos on the sprint lap 1. So hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. As you saw the race strategy there, it looks like it'll be wet throughout the whole race here in Mexico City. So yeah, Gary is not going to be in, so he is out. Championship contender out. So if Diego can stick this and get a win here, he could be leading the championship coming out of this race. So yeah, we're just rounding to end the formation lap. So yeah, Pop on the front row after somehow staying P3 at the end of the sprint race. After an action-packed sprint race, I should say. See how he can transform that into a potential win. So having up and down season, this could be his chance here. What? Please tell me this is a glitch again. I think this is. I think this might be a glitch. No. Well, 36 laps ahead of us in the wet here in Mexico City. It's lights out and away we go. Diego gets a good start. Pop also gets a good start. He's really good at start. They're side by side. They all drifted away from the field. They're actually pretty far away. Kermit splits between them, Bullet and Brock. Pop is gonna dive for it. He will take the lead. As many positions behind them are trying to figure out. I think that's the Williams of Kermit cutting a bit. But behind Pop, Diego loses many positions. Down to P4 he goes. Pop takes the lead of this race. Diego looking for a move on Kermit, or on the outside he has to go. Many carnage behind them. Wheel to wheel they go, but it is going to be Kermit with the inside line. Line better from Kermit. Viper nearly spins Soler. Or they tapped, I should say. I don't really think they try to take him out there. Soler is going to lose a few positions. I think he has damage on that AlphaTauri. Other pressure from Gladden now. We'll see, but it's Pop ahead of Brock and Kermit. Kermit, I think, cut quite a bit after making a quite mistake. He's able to stick P3 right now. Yeah, after lap 1, it's Pop out in front. As Diego spins on the last corner. That is very bad for him. Championship contender. Second to last currently with Blix jumping the pits. Damage related it is for the Red Bull of Blix. But up ahead, it's Pop in the lead. With Brock potentially having threats. Brock looking for a win also here in Mexico City. Ferranzo goes ahead of JJ. Swap actually. Pretty close. He's actually getting sandwiched by 2 McLarens. Actually, indeed sandwiched it is, but it's JJ ahead of Ferranzo, followed by Viper. Looking to join into this action for fight for P6. Ferrari running 4-5 at the moment. Bullet before trying to put on attack to potentially get up in the podium places. And he started on the podium places, but he's down. He lost the position. So that's a strategy. Predict this pit stop strategy, but Brock is very close to Pop. Here in the rank, can you make a move? So to the inside line, down to turn 1. We go. There's side to side, wheel to wheel into turn 1. There's gonna be Obama ahead of Pop. Pop looking to fight that back actually. He's gonna get a clean exit out of here, but it's gonna be Brock ahead. And this, but Gladden nearly spins it. He does spin it. Oh, he got saved actually by Mertman. Diego's gonna sneak ahead of Gladden. Diego's looking to make a move on Mertman after potentially getting damage. They won't. See if there's damage on that Aston Martin of Mertman. Got unlucky after being in the way. That's Diego. Try to make a move on the outside. Yes, he will. But Mertman actually defends it quite well. Gets almost spun around. I think he got trigger happy there. That's Diego ahead. Mertman. But up front, our P3 is actually separated to the front 2 by 2.6. So that's Bullet and Spunk, JJ, Ferranzo, Viper, Atmos. Actually, everyone down to P11 is fighting for this podium spot right now. Atmos currently running the points P9 here in Tier 1. Pop is too far back off Brock, but it's here. It's here running the Bullet looking for a move on Kermit. Kermit's gonna defend pretty well. Spunk got kind of wide there, but Bullet looking for a clean exit out of here. Kenny got kind of swirly. It's gonna choose the outside line here. We're wheel to wheel. Bullet looking for a switchback. So have to go around the outside this time. Gets pushed off track quite a bit. So that's gonna be Kermit ahead. I was driving on the open lap, but like I said, Kermit did cut a bit. Potentially got hit, maybe. I don't know. So all these others trying to join into the action. It's very hard here in this S section. In the wet. These drivers quite well here. Attack getting attacked by Soler now. Soler on the inside, he goes. Ahead goes Soler into the points. They were running P13, looking to catch up after spinning. He was on lap 1 or 2, I think. He has the fastest lap, actually. Boy, wheel to wheel with Kermit now. Well, it's going to take the inside line. He will be ahead of Kermit. Kermit doesn't really get a good exit out of that. Into this. There was DRS, but now there's no DRS because it's in the wet. Kermit under pressure now from Spunk. Spunk is going to take the inside line here. Bullet is trying to avoid them too. They're actually going to go 3 wide. This is really not going to work out. Williams is getting smushed. Pancaked. By these 2 Ferraris. Bullet out to P3. Spunk looking to make sure there's no pressure, but JJ Sarmic joining into the action. That was sector 3. Is that Blix? He's just gonna retire in the pits, I think. Sorry, actually, microphone issues there, but JJ goes ahead. Oh no, Kermit's actually gonna fight it. Kermit, look at it, it has to take the inside line this time. He's gonna go around the outside around here. Can't make it stick. These 2 fighting quite well. 3 wide it goes, actually. 3 wide. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Kermit out of this race. Got sandwiched by the 2 McLarens. Viper goes off. It calls a safety car on lap 6. Safety car on lap 6 we go. The McLarens of JJ and Viper is just squished. I mean, 3 wide into that turn was not the best idea from these 2. Or these 3, I should say. I really didn't see anyone turn into each other, but oh, that's Esperanzo got hit. Not sure if he got hit or did he potentially spun on himself. Not sure. I think he got hit. Definitely just gonna clip that and send it in. So that safety car. Looking like no one's gonna pit here. Bullet is up to P3. So Viper, Franzo, Matt, Mertman, and McLaren come in. It's damage related for all these, I believe. See, Aston Martins have the double stack actually, which is good to do on your safety car. So actually, Mertman's gonna come in for fresh interiors. Not wing change or nothing. So, chaos there as both McLarens just squeezed. The Williams of Kermit was not a good result that Kermit wanted. But as of penalties, Spunk has a 5-second penalty. Matt, Mertman, and Franzo have 3. And Viper has 6. So that's how we stand as penalties at the moment. But I was up in the points, currently P7 after Viper had even to pit. Franzo, I think he got spun around down 7 positions, so not good for him. But Brock in the lead right now, up 3 positions. So not sure what happened there. So we should hopefully go safety car in this lap after the end of this one, actually. Hopefully. So hopefully we get to see what happened. I'm not sure if anyone turned into anyone, because from my angle, they were just 3 wide. It's very. I mean, I think Kermit went 3 wide earlier. And it went relatively well, I guess. Lost position, but still went well. But this time around, 2 McLarens, not really ideal. So hopefully we go green at the end of the lap. I guess the Ghost is just driving the safety car. Racing Control decides safety car will be in this lap. So on lap 9 we should go back to green. No chaos for the rest of the race. We did only see 1 safety car in the sprint on the very first lap. So hopefully nothing else continues on from here. So we'll see when Obama decides to take this field to green. Trying to jump on Pop. Pop was losing it quite a bit. But here we go. Brock leads him to green. So this slipstream is going to be very powerful. Spunk is going to go ahead of his teammate Bullet. Bullet looking to fight it back here. JJ looking to try to get into the mix as well. 2 Ferraris battling this out. Wheel to wheel. Oh, I think contact is made. Spunk loses position. Loses 1 to JJ as well. So that's going to drop him down quite a bit. Bullet looking for a move on Pop, no, not too far back. Everyone behind relatively clean. Sully almost got turned around. Nearly made contact on Atmos. But to be clean, they go back into the points. P8 currently it is. Spunk goes ahead. Bullet was gonna let Spunk ahead. After he didn't think that was a relatively good overtake for that. JJ looking for a move, but there was not enough room for there. He's touching back and forth. Diego gets spun around actually. Man, unfortunate for Diego as he just was getting tapped back and forth between many drivers actually. Like Matt and Soler were just being tapped. That sent Diego back down, so that's unfortunate for him. But Brock being able to stay ahead. As JJ, I'm under pressure from Atmos. Oh, JJ nearly just loses his rear end. Matt goes quite wide. He's banging wheels with the McLaren. Oh, he's gonna get spun around. That is not good. Viper goes off track. And there goes Matt. They were banging wheels with Viper. Viper already has taken out 2 people. just in a matter of 10 laps. So Matt is gonna call an end of his day. Ferran's is gonna come in for a wing change. We stay green actually. No VSC or nothing. So that didn't end well for Matt attack in his debut here. But we're still green. Pop is back 1.2 seconds now of the leader, Brock Obama. Spunk is relatively close to Pop, trying to make a move for P2. And the straight we got, oh, he's gonna get quite a good slipstream. Pop is leaving, trying to break the toe. Spunk go on the outside. Pop gives him the room. Spunk is gonna go on the outside. Now he's gonna have this inside line. But Pop is gonna stay ahead after giving him good room, good measures. Spunk is actually gonna go very deep. Pop is not gonna really fight that, but he's gonna fight that here. Pop is gonna take the outside line, but Spunk has a better line here. Diego back in P11, but Bullet is trying to join into the action as well. It's Ferrari 2-4 right now. It's good points for the Ferrari and the constructors. But in terms of the constructors, Alpine, I think, is currently leading. No, they're actually tied with Ferrari. So this is very crucial for Ferrari to maximize points to secure the champ. This Bullet got disconnected. So he's just hopefully his AI can keep up. So yeah, Ferrari and Alpine are actually tied. In terms of Alpine does not have their second driver. It's the Ferranzo in B12. Well, I should say they don't have their first driver, but their second driver is here. Maybe we're getting disconnected. But Mercedes back in third with 152. So it's very crucial for Ferrari to get these points so they can go into Abu Dhabi leading in the constructors. Atmo's up to P5 currently, and now let's get into the rear end of the Bullet is lost connection, so that'll be easy overtake for all these. But Atmo's up to P4 here in tier 1. This is very exciting for Amos. I'm looking for a good result by him. He was doing very well yesterday here in Mexico City in 2-2. Looking to make some good results here for AlphaTauri and reserving for AlphaTauri. They go down to points. We only have 12 runners right now. Oh, there's that Ferrari. A Bullet. Yeah, he's joined in, so now he's P11 right now. Not good for Bullet. But his teammate running P2 right now. We lost the gaps, but hopefully we should get him soon. Because I want to see who's relatively close. So he's too far back from Amos, but it's relatively quite quiet as of right now. Viper looking for a potential move on Solaire, but he's too far back. Diego looking to make a comeback here after spinning. It's relatively the only close battle on track at the moment. I can't tell what up ahead because of the gaps being gone. Ferranzo is about to be lapped actually. Oh, but it is an AI. Is it? I can't tell if it's. And Ferranzo's about to be lapped. I'm almost nearly spun it. So yeah, hopefully we can get the gaps after being gone for a whole lap. So yeah, up front is quite a small gap, so really nothing happened at the moment. Yellow sector 3, that's Viper. Oh, he's crashed out right on the racing line. Bullet's gonna jump into pits. Yeah, you can see Viper there on the middle of the track. So actually go back green actually. I think Bullet had potential damage. Yeah, it is. Is it? No, it's not. I can't really tell. I was not there for the pit. Spunk is quite quietly but surely really going in Barack Obama. So there's also good points for AlphaTauri. 4th and 6th. It is right now 4. AlphaTauri. Yeah, there's not really much going on at the moment. I got in the way. It's really hard to overtake. We're on lap 14 at the moment. These back here fighting for P4. It's a close battle on track, but obviously less than a second separate the top 2. Also, Diego is trying to join into this action. I'm actually surprised. Oh, Viper's crash did not cause a safety car or a VSC at all. He was just chilling in the middle of the racing line. Weird, but we carry on. Spunk has a time point like I said earlier, so it's definitely close to Brock. We're trying to telemetry for a couple laps. So penalties, Spunk has 8 actually. So it's not really good for Spunk. Pop has 3, Atmos also has 3, Sully has 3. So actually if Atmos can get a podium potentially here, that'd be amazing, but he's back 5 seconds and a half. He's also under pressure from Sully. So we can actually stay ahead. Atmos can relatively just hold position for these, but also Soler and Diego don't have time. Oh, Diego's actually gonna send it. This is where he spun out many laps ago. Soler, the good defending, but he's gonna do a switchback. Diego's very indeed good at switchbacks. He also spun here, so he's definitely still relatively nervous about these. But he's gonna get slipstream. He's looking for moves. Soler is actually gonna go on the inside. So make sure Diego doesn't get the inside line here. So that forced Diego wide. But Diego is gonna be ahead of Soler. Up to P6 it goes for Diego. Soler looking to fight this back. Diego gonna protect the inside. Indeed, he does protect the inside quite well. Says Diego is ahead actually. So let's see gap 2 leader. So Spunk at the moment could potentially drop down. He could potentially actually still finish on the podium. As Franz is on the line, so top 10 currently on the lead lap. Swunkus is very close now to Obama. Relatively the same amount of ERS for both of these. So you'll see down this very long straight we go. Just 0.3 of a second now. That's the gap. Will Spunk make a move or he is just too far back? We'll see. And he decides he's too far back. Up ahead actually, Sully. Atmos is gonna be trying to find this line here. Oh, actually Sully goes around. Not sure if it was really Atmos' fault. Oh, he resets the track. And we call him in 4K right there. He reset the track. Definitely sure Mertman caught that as well. So he was coming along. As you guys know, reset the track is actually not allowed here. So, the time penalty coming along for him. It goes very close to Atmos actually. I don't think that collision between Atmos and the Sully was really his fault. He had his car relatively straight. But they're going for a move. No, he decides the very last second to not go. Atmos running P4. Could be his best finish ever. Some people really didn't believe him that he had the pace to keep up in Tier 1. But today he's actually showing it. He's actually going to go in the pits. Diego's going to move up a position, go to P4. Soler right behind him. Atmos because there's time penalty for speeding the pit lane. It's just a normal tire change for Atmos. Slowly getting closer, but too far back. He's been using all of his charge here. He is indeed close. With he's actually almost halfway. 18 laps left. 18 laps have been done. Soler just dropped him back quite a bit from Diego. Diego has extreme pace. He's found his pace here in the wet after not having a good start to this race, but we'll see what he can do. There's still many laps left. 18. As Brock is actually going to come into the pits. So an almost stop here for the Red Bull. This new Inter is jumping on, so I don't think we'll really get to see what's it called? Dries or nothing. So it's gonna be wet, like as predicted. Diego now into the podium places. So let's hear Spunk what he decides to do. Will he jump into the pits? With Brock doing that, looking for new Inter. So it's Brock, Atmos, Sully, and Bullet a few laps ago are relatively on new Inters. Efronza also is on new Inters, with Mertman also pitted many laps ago. So yeah, yet to stop. Spunk, Pop, Diego, Soler, and JJ. Many of these stops are also contact and damage related. So I can attribute that. Soler time penalty, Pop with time penalty. It's the only ones with that one. It's Diego and JJ. And also Bullet on P10. After disconnecting and then getting spun around. Still gonna climb back up. Diego is showing extreme pace, showing the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. So not really to any close battles at the moment. Everyone quite spaced out. We only have 11 runners with Efronza now on the lead lap. He's down a lap. So relatively quiet, but oh, now JJ is very close to Brock. Brock is also close. Ahead of him is Mertman. 16 laps to go. So relative is pit window if you want to come in for new Inters to be quite quick. Brock is showing that indeed. These three currently fighting for P5. Mertman looking to defend quite well. Brock has been relatively quick. He is a contender for a race win. With 16 laps to go, we'll see what happens. Mertman picks up a time penalty. That pressure is indeed very heavy. Brock is actually going to look for a move. He's going to be ahead. Banging wheels just quite a bit, but not much. Hop is actually going to jump into the pits. So this is a stop for him. Diego coming up to P2 now. At the moment, Spunk is actually on track to win. If he decides not to stop, obviously. This will be the time to do it. Soler comes in as well. Mertman will also come in. So that kind of spreads out the whole field again. I think Amos did a quite job on his L lap. P6 right now for Amos. A lot of time penalties is handed out. So let's see about time penalties. So yeah, it's 8 for Spunk. At the moment, he's currently on pace to win. But with 15 laps to go, we'll see. Brock with 3, Pop 3, Atmos also 3. Slayer with 3, Slay has 8, Mertman has 6, and then Franza has 3. But he's down a lap. So Spunk is actually going to come in now for his pit stop. See what Diego decides to do. He's going to stay out. Diego has good tire management skills as he actually sets the fastest lap. So a round of pit stops actually happened. The Spunk is gonna come behind. Oh, in front of Pop. But Pop has that speed. Spunk is weaving quite a bit. Pop looking to make a move. This could be for a race win. Locks up his right front. Locked up quite a bit. It's gonna be Spunk ahead though. So lap 22, Diego's in the lead. Hasn't stopped though. So we'll see what happens. So if Diego stops, Brock will take the lead of this race. So Diego back in this fight for the race win. Anything can happen. Potential late safety car could be caused maybe. Solera's reeling in Amos. His teammate. Amos showing quite good pace today. Let's see how he can defend against his teammate, or will they swap positions? I don't think Amos wants that. He wants the best career finish in Tier 1. Catching them later. Not sure how, pace wise, how things have gone for these new Inters compared to Diego and old Inters. Soler actually gonna go ahead at Amos. Amos locks up his right front. We're in a wheel to wheel. Amos is gonna have to pull out of that. So it's Soler ahead of his teammate of Amos. Amos nearly loses it. Oh my gosh, we don't want that to happen. We want Amos to finish in the points, back-to-back races. Oh, he's actually gonna dive. Locks up, but he's able to stay relatively in good position to fight once come around the straight potential. So he'll catch them in quite a bit, but Spunk is trying to catch JJ. JJ is actually going to get a time penalty once again. I think he didn't have one actually, that's his first. So now Diego decides to come in now. We'll see where it comes out. Brock is just running the final corner. Let's see where he is compared to Diego. Diego's just leaving the pit stall. So yeah, it'll be Barack ahead. JJ sneaks out to P2. Spunk also goes ahead of Diego. Pop also sneaks ahead as there's Diego on the exit. Solaire's too far to reach Diego. So Diego comes out P5. He does have extreme pace though. Spunk looking for a move on JJ. And he's gonna just stick back. So Ambo's in the pit. Not sure if it's damage related, maybe. Ambo's still on tap to finish in the points. So the top 4 have 3-second penalty, 3-time second penalty. Diego is the only one without time penalty, so is Bullet. So M2 without one. Solaire and Merman with 6. Sully with 8. Atmos and Infrons with 3. So let's see how that comes out. Everyone is stopped except for JJ. Currently running P2 in the McLaren after having contact with Kermit and his teammate Viper just squishing Kermit. But he's under pressure from Spunk and he's getting passed by Spunk right now. Little tap there from JJ. Will this be his time to maybe call in for pit stop with 11 laps to go? This might be it. Might be the time for him to maybe decide. Unless he wants to defend pretty well behind. His Pop has shown really good pace. He was in the contention for the win. This race, he's getting attacked right now by Diego. Potentially the fastest man on track. Spunk picks up another 3-second time penalty, so he jumps up to 6. And he jumps up to 6 seconds. Not good for him. Diego looking for a move on Pop. It's not gonna happen here. Sully goes ahead of Solaire. I think Solaire went around. So that's gonna be one last position for Solaire. So yeah, Spunk actually has the fastest lap of the race, 125.7. It's an extra point for him in a Ferrari. As Yellow's set to 3. Now Solaire. He's into the wall. He's waiting for everyone to clear by so he can get out. Did spin earlier, so that might have been contact related. But up ahead, Diego and Pop fighting. Diego sneaks up ahead. They're wheel to wheel. Nearly touch. Solaire's just gonna retire in the pits, but these two, wheel to wheel we go. Good launch after for Diego. Diego's gonna be ahead of Pop. So Diego's over for Solaire. So actually points potentially for Ferranzo. What a comeback for him. 1 point is definitely something for this Alpine team with his teammate, his title contender teammate, out. But Obama's actually going to sneak in the lead here. Wheel to wheel, good racing, here we go. Spunk looking to defend. The wheels are banging here. Rock is going to have to stick out of that one. JJ gets very swirly right there. It's almost gone around, but he's going to give a good exit for Diego. JJ hasn't pitted yet. So new inters versus old inters, definitely a factor here. Diego's gonna have to be forced around the outside this time. Down to turn 1 we come. Diego is gonna be ahead of JJ. Looking for a switchback from JJ, not gonna happen. Diego up to a podium places, P3 right now. After coming back to the back of Ferranzo is going to get lapped again. Pop actually really getting close to JJ. So JJ on old Inters, not looking ideal. See if Pop can get past here. Looking the inside, he's gonna back out of that one. Not really smart there. But he is smart for pulling out of that one. Because definitely didn't want a collision there, especially him running in P5 right now. Does have a time penalty, but we'll see how time penalties factor out towards the end of the race. Pop looking for a move, but not gonna happen there either. Diego also very close to Brock as well. Looking to join in the action for the lead of the race on track. But he is also on track. Oh, Brock goes quite wide there on the exit. So to give a good run for Diego. Not good for Obama, as Efronzo now jumps up to the points. Pop is now ahead of JJ. So JJ, old tires, not really looking good. Oh, Efronzo's an AI actually. That explains why he's 2 laps down. So it's Pop ahead of JJ. Pop ahead of him. Is Diego able to stick that after Obama going wide in the last turn? We're like 28 out of 36. Only 8 laps remain. Relatively, it's kind of calmed down a bit in the last, 30 seconds-ish. The many moves are made. Take a look at penalties now we have it. So Spunk has 6. Brock has 3. Pop, JJ also have 3. Sully actually has 11-second time penalty. It could potentially stay P6. Mertman has 6. Atmos has 9. And Franz has 3. But Bullet up to P8 can actually, in terms of penalties, he could jump up quite a few positions. Maybe just 1 if Sully's able to pull out the gap. So everything kind of cooled down quite a bit. It's relatively the closest battle right now is between Bullet and Mertman. Bullet with no time penalties at the moment. Neither does Diego. So you have 10 active runners right now. We lost 6. We lost Blix, Kermit, Lugladin, Mad Attack, Viper, and Solaire. Solaire just spun around and just had enough. Pop pretty close to Brock. Brock really struggling out here now. Lost nearly 4/10 of a second there. Actually, but yeah, about a half a second. Just lost there. Brock really struggling. Under pressure from Pop. Oh, Pop nearly goes around. Now Brock is struggling out there. Pop nearly loses it, but he's able to collect it back again. So actually would be an extra point for Diego if he's able to maintain the fastest lap. Probably will. That's paying your lap. It's nearly a good lap on slicks. It's still really quick though. Diego's really close to Spunk now. He's trying to finish ahead of him on track. He's gonna, if he stays at the moment where he is right now, he's gonna take this race to win with only 6 laps left to go. Let's see what pace Spunk has. He knows his race winner is probably be taken away unless something happens to Diego. But he's still trying to maximize his pace so he's able to get ahead of everyone else in terms of where he's gonna finish out. Hopefully he can finish still in the podium. It'd be good points too for Ferrari. They're currently tied with Alpine. Alpine taking home at the moment 1 point. Any point helps. Pop is very close to Brock now. Will Pop make a move here on Brock? Pop is going to look at the inside. It's a dive. Brock is going to have to defend very well. Oh, he's actually tapped him. Nearly goes around, but Pop is going to be ahead. I think Brock really spun it. So I'm trying to fight him back. Look like side pod damage potentially on the Alfa Romeo Pop. Brock is going to take the inside. Oh, there was definitely contact there. Nearly spun both around. Not sure who was, the fault there, but we continue. Pop ahead into P3. Obviously penalties really enforced. Sully is very close to JJ. That was very struggling. Sully did reset the track and has 11 seconds. I think he last saw, so we'll see. 5 laps left to go. They go less than a second now behind. But Sully is very close to JJ. JJ is struggling ever since he was up in P2. It's gone down to P5, now under pressure. He has a very not clean good exit there. So he's looking for a move here. I think it was best of JJ not to fight this because Sully does have time penalties. But looks like JJ will stay ahead, blocks him off. Rock picks up a time penalty. Let's see how that interferes with this finish. JJ also gets one, so he's up to 6 now. But Sully looking for a move. He's actually going to go on the outside. He's going to take P5. It's just much more grip compared to JJ. He's going to fight that back, actually. And it will be Sully ahead. With JJ getting not clean exit, so I'll do that. It's actually, Spun can actually stay. Oh, it's yellows. That's JJ. Struggling on those really old inters. So in these many positions. It's gone. His day has gone to bad to worse. After, oh, and he spins it again. So yeah, these tires are definitely not the question that he wants to know, that what these inters are not working. He's trying to control his car. Amos is coming up pretty close to him now. So he gets underway. Oh, and he just spins it again. And he lost his rear tire. Oh, he didn't. He's still in here. He still got it. Yeah, he's just... Let's see what he does. Backs up into the wall. Actually lost his tire. I just... That's flat. It's Lewis Hamilton here. We'll see what he does. And he... Yeah, we'll check back on him and see if he retires. He still finished P9 though. Yeah, there goes JJ up in the wall right there again. Can't even make it to the pits. I think having a puncture in the rain is not ideal. He's just trying to make it to the pits, man. That's what he's just trying to do. Yeah, having a puncture in the rain is not the best thing to deal with. He can still finish in the points even if he DNFs here, which is quite impressive. With many people out with collisions. Surprising, we only had one safety car, I think. Which is surprising. Everyone with time penalties except Diego and bullet. So we'll see how time penalties will be handed out at the end. We're on lap 34 out of 36. We're coming close to the end of this Grand Prix after a quite exciting sprint race we had earlier. And a good one here in the main race. So yeah, we're coming around lap 35 out of 36 now. Just inching closer to the end. So everyone's pretty spaced out. Atmos adds another 3 seconds to his finish. He's gonna be at 12 seconds now. So not Pop actually is able to, if he doesn't get a, yeah, he'll be finishing P3. So after starting on the front row, he was actually leading the race at one point. It's gonna come on P3 if everything stays as it is right now. But here in sector 3 we go. On lap 35. Diego looking for a move, but it's not a good idea here. He's just trying to win this race. But he's trying to finish ahead of him on track. That's what it's all about. But he's going to cross the line to start this final lap here in Mexico City. We've lost 6, but we have 10 running. What a race this has been. Diego made a huge comeback after getting dumped on the first lap, first or second lap I think, I don't remember what it was, but the opening laps. And what he's been able to do today is just amazing after making a huge comeback and still being able to win this race. Even pitted also. He came back, had to pit, dropped down, came back up. Now he's in a comfortable position to win this race here in Mexico. So celebrations begin. It's gonna be a home race win for Diego. Spunk is gonna come across on the line, finishing P1 on track, but it's Diego who wins in Mexico City. Spunk is gonna finish P2. Let's see where Pop can finish up. It's gonna be a podium for Pop though. Pop finishes P3. Good race by him. Very excited to be on the podium after having an up and down season. But Barack Obama comes home P4. And the Red Bull solely unserved time penalty. That really shouldn't affect him. Bertman in the Aston Martin crosses the line. He's gonna lose a position to Bullet though. Well, actually, not. P7 is for Bullet. JJ finishes P9. Atmos points finish in tier 1 it is for him after having a good race yesterday in tier 2, but in tier 1 it's Atmos in the points. So that will do it here in Mexico City. So that's Diego on top, followed by Spunk and Pop. That's great to see a Mexican on the top step in Mexico. Oh, that will do it here in the wet. What a race this was. Great comeback by Diego. Diego finishes, and that will really help him for the championship run. He's going to actually take the lead going into the final round next week in Abu Dhabi. But it's Spunk on the podium and Pop on the podium joining him as well. Brock P4, Sully P5, Mertman P6, Bullet P7, Atmos P8. Nice points finished by Atmos. His Dave was really good actually. P9 for JJ and Efron's around the top 10. Only top 10 finished this race. So that will do it here. Join us next week in Abu Dhabi. It's been Alan. Thank you for joining us.